Hi! Welcome to our bedroom, and we're hanging out in here because we are going to Disneyland. So we wanted to do just like a little packing travel vlog ahead of time, and this is like a week ahead of time. Normally I'm like 2 weeks ahead of time, but this was the only day we had, and the reason for that is because it's a surprise trip for our daughter. She has no idea she's going, so we had to do this while she's in school and while he was off. So this is our only day.
Yep.
So yeah, we're super excited. She's been to Disney World in Florida 3 times already. She spent her last birthday there. I'm a little bit sad because I like going away for her birthday, and this might be the last year we can really do that.
Maybe
because she starts school next year where attendance matters.
Right.
So we would just have to, if we were taking her somewhere, we'd really have to plan that and make sure it didn't mess up her attendance. So we were
it's only a couple days, it should be fine.
Yeah.
But she's also going to be at the age where we can ask her, do you want to party with your friends or do you want to go on a vacation?
So that's the other part. I'm really stressed because we are also having a party.
It's a small party.
A small family party, but because it's a surprise trip, I didn't want her to think that she wasn't doing anything, so I had to decoy her with a party, which is 3 days from today.
Yep.
So, we're a little frazzled over here. Today is our day to get stuff done, and we are going to do it and be packed, except for last minute stuff. So, do you want to go over our trip a little bit, and just say what
Sure.
we're doing? Normally when we do World, if you've ever been to World or Land, I was at Land a long time ago. It's going to be pretty much new for me. They've never been. But Disney World is so much planning. You have to do your dining reservation 6 months in advance. You have to do your fast passes 2 to 3 months in advance, and that's what I'm used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of happy that we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So go over what we booked.
Disneyland is, the best way to kind of explain it is you kind of play it by ear as you go.
Yeah.
There's no reservations for dining.
Well,
right?
you can make them, but I've been checking and there's still a lot open.
Okay, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's not like Disney World where you have 10
you're
million
not
people
going somewhere to eat if you don't book 180 days in advance.
You're gonna be in a food court.
Yeah, you're stuck.
And
so we booked one.
Yeah, we booked one. That was Goofy's Kitchen for breakfast on our first day, which is when Luna Bell will actually find out where she is.
Yeah, she's not gonna know. The plane ride's gonna be interesting because we're not telling her. So we just did a character breakfast for the morning of her actual birthday.
Yeah. So we fly in on the one day. We're staying overnight, and we're not staying on any kind of Disney property. We're staying at Knott's Berry Farm Hotel, which is just a couple minutes from Disneyland itself. So we'll take an Uber. They have a shuttle. We have to set it up ahead of time. But we might do an Uber or Lyft just because of the freedom that gives. You can kind of set it up whenever you need it. It comes and gets you, and you're done.
Which is different for us.
Yeah. You don't have Disney transportation.
Yeah.
There's no bus that you have to wait for.
I feel Land too, a lot of people stay off property because they only have those 3 hotels and they're expensive.
$600
they're they're the prices of deluxe. So it seems like my box decided to run. I hope she doesn't come down here.
Okay.
But all right, talk about how many days we're going in our ticket packages.
Okay, so we're flying on a Thursday. We did a 3-day park hopper and max pass. So it'll be on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Where normally if you were in Disney World, everything would be so crowded and packed. But hoping with Disneyland, the time of the year that we're going,
it's
going to be crowded. But it's also Food and Wine Festival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's going to be really fun.
So this is I feel like we don't always, when we go to World, do the hopper because we're there for 8 days. So you can, for me it's just too much, so I choose to just play in our parks that day. We decided to do the hopper because it's only 2 parks, and I guess she's not. 2 parks, and we figured with those 3 days, there's not as much to do in each park as there is in World, so we might want to bounce around a little bit, especially because Food and Wine will be going on in California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And the Max Pass, what that is Fast Pass is a ticket that includes Fast Passes and your Photo Pass. So the cool thing about it is I'm used to having to book our Fast Passes so ahead of time, and then I like the idea of we'll get into the park and just go on and see what's available, and I like this more a la carte type of
And
trip.
like we said, it's more of a play it by ear type of
Yeah,
thing
like, what
with
do we
your
feel like doing?
Max
What do we
Pass.
feel like doing?
Yeah, you say, oh well, let's see what rides are available,
Yeah.
and you can book it, you know, an hour away or whatever times are available,
Yeah.
and just
I am
go
a
about your
planner,
day.
like that is who I am by nature, but I think because our past 3 trips have been so planned that I'm looking forward to not planning as much. Just being like, what do we want to do? And she's at an age now, like she's turning 4. So we can kind of leave it up to her. Like she has.
Yeah, she can make her own choices.
And I love that because it takes all the decision making off of me. So, you know, we're doing both parks, playing it by ear. We just have that one dining book. We're planning on like just doing more quick stuff as far as food goes. If we really want to sit down somewhere, like I can just, if you don't know, they have apps for land and cruise and world, and you can just go on and like look up reservations, and if there's something available, there's something available.
Yep.
So I guess we'll get into some of the stuff. We're not doing like a full-on every item we're packing.
No, this is like what we would consider specialty items or things that you normally wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
That you're going to be going.
Clothes-wise, we checked temperatures today. It looks like mid-70s as highs and mid-50s as lows. So we're kind of going to do just like, he's probably going to bring some shorts.
I'll bring a couple pairs of shorts.
I might bring like one, but I'm pretty much planning on doing like pants, like jeans or leggings, comfortable sneakers, and then like tank tops or t-shirts, and being able to layer, because like the West Coast is not the same as the East Coast. They don't have humidity. So like once you're in the shade or once the sun goes down, it can feel chilly. So you want to have stuff on you at all times to either delayer or relayer, and especially for kids. So let's do this first. So this is Lunabelle's suitcase. It's an American Tourister, and I just wanted to let you know that this will fit under the airplane seat and actually be considered a personal bag.
Yes.
Anything that fits under that seat in front of you, you never have to pay for. That's a personal item, and these fit. So if you have kids and you can fit their stuff in these, that's great. Our tickets that we got, we are included one like carry-on. We don't have to check bags. So we're going 5 days total. 2 days or travel days. We don't need a huge check luggage. So we're all doing carry-ons, and we're packing like as minimal as we can really for those couple days. Steve's really excited about this little booster seat over here because we knew that we were going to be doing some Uber and Lyft, and my thing is like they don't like offer you car seats or anything like that. So she's at an age now where she's going to be able to do booster seat. Keep in mind, this is, I'm going to say, personal preference. We are not bringing a stroller. Last year, she barely used it. She's not really a stroller kid. She wants to walk. I think that to rent them, it's like $12 or $15
a day
at the park. In land, not in world. It's more.
Right.
But we figured if she needs it, we will just walk out front of the park and rent one. It's just going to be too much with our carry-ons and stuff. But that's just like my disclaimer with kids. You pack what you know your kid will need. So anyway, I was worried about safety in an Uber and Lyft because I'm like, well, she's little. She needs something to sit in. I don't want to bring a car seat. Like, they don't offer car seats there. No. And I did read that they have the right to deny you if you don't have proper seating.
That's
so
true.
we did our research.
So we
came up with this.
Found this. This is called a Hiccapop.
And
see that? Hiccapop.com.
Real quick, I have a Like to Know It account. And if you don't follow me on there, you should, because I already started putting some of this stuff on there, and I can link it all. So if you want anything or need any of this stuff, you can shop it right from my Like to Know It account. I will do a blog post, but I'm not putting a million links in a blog post. So everything will be linked on Like to Know It, including this.
Okay. So this is a booster seat for an Uber or Lyft. It's small, it folds up, it's very compact. You can put it in, your bag or something when you're not using it. But it's inflatable. So all you're doing is unzipping this. You pop open the little valve.
It's cool because like while you're waiting for them to get there.
Oh, was that three puffs?
Yep.
And zip it back up, and you have your inflatable booster seat. It has 2 little ridges on the side, so you kind of hold it in
place.
And then it has, these are steel hooks that are on here for your your seat belt. And if it's a crossbody, like a crossbody belt, there's this little piece on there that you can adjust so it pulls it off of their chest and more around their stomach. So this was $20 or something.
I want to say it was $34, but don't quote me. It will be linked on my like.
Yes, it'll be linked. But I want to say $20 to $40. It's
Yeah.
a great investment. You can use it, wherever you go, really.
Pickapop.com.
But I got this on Amazon.
Yeah.
So it was here within 2 days.
Yep.
And the bottom has these little rubber grippies, so it's not going to slide and move around.
Yeah.
But
I think this is cool to have though. Like, even if you're not going away, just if your kids travel with grandparents sometimes, or if they kind of like go back and forth between cars and you don't want to have to buy a permanent seating fixture for every single car. But like nowadays, a lot of people use some sort of like transportation like Uber or Lyft for all sorts of vacations. So I think it's just something good to have. It deflates easily, goes right in this bag.
So I'm going to deflate it just to show you.
And he brings a book bag. So that it'll just...
And you just put your finger in the valve to release the closure. And just flatten it out.
Yeah, so we'll just throw this right into the book bag for the day. I'm so glad we found that because I was definitely worried about that. Like, even if they didn't have regulations, like, about seating, like if the Uber driver is sitting here, like I do, I don't care where you are, who you are, you can get into a car accident anywhere, and it just gives me peace of mind that she's safe. Like, I don't want her not in the proper seating.
And it comes in a little carrier bag.
Yeah, so this will fit right into Steve's book bag. Like we always do like a park book bag.
I just thought of this. You can also use this on the airplane if your child needs a little boost.
That's true. I guess you could.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're done with those.
Okay.
Let's talk about some kid stuff because
we're going on a 6-hour flight from the East Coast to the West Coast.
So she's only ever done Florida. It's 2 hours, and I'm a little not worried about it. I guess we'll say anxious because she's never had to sit somewhere for that long. So, like, just this is where I said earlier, you have to know your kid. You have to know their needs. She gets bored easily, so we are bringing her little tablet with her what are called headphones, but she calls these ear knobs, and that's what we call them because that's what she called them. So this will help, like with her, I feel like she will focus on something better if she doesn't hear everything else going around. So, and nobody wants to hear her making food in her little kitchen on her phone for 6 hours. Yeah. So she'll have these. You're bringing your laptop because we're gonna be doing
vlogging
some stuff,
so it's gonna be easier to transfer that.
We thought
at the end
too,
of the
if she
day.
wanted to watch a movie, that it would be easier on the laptop, bigger screen. And our girl likes to eat, so I don't want to have to continually buy like $6 little pack of Cheez-Its on a plane. So I'm bringing like a boatload of snacks, and I'm kind of separating stuff as per like what she's allowed to have in those. So this is like her bigger bag. It's crackers, pretzels, some cookies, Cheez-Its, little Nutri-Grain things, and this is like not the healthiest bag in the world, but the healthier bag. And then I have like the candy gummy bag, so these are like, I do like to do something kind of gummy, especially if her ears, she's never complained about her ears bothering her, but I know if you like chew on something squishy, sometimes it helps, and I don't know if like it'll be different because it's a longer flight. So just some fruit snacks in there, like some Skittles, like little treats for her. And we don't eat first thing in the morning, Steve and I, but she wants to eat the second she wakes up. So I am bringing a Christmas bowl because if this gets lost, I won't care. But we like these bags of cereal instead of the boxes, because if you do like check a bag or whatever, you can take these out and they're really compact because they're not they're just pouches pretty much. So we're bringing this and a bowl because we can always grab some milk, and if she needs something to eat, she can have cereal, or like I always bring Ziplocs, like the snack size Ziploc. She has a little cup that I probably should have had that out because it was cute. It's from Dollar General. It's like their Disney cups. Hers is Vampirina, but it has like a lanyard around it, and the bottom unscrews, and it's a little snack cup. And we learned that these fit perfect in the snack cup. So, you know, it has like some healthier ones too, like Cheerios. It's not just all like sugar.
Which she probably won't eat.
Yeah, she'll probably leave those. But, you know, she could have a bowl of cereal, or I can throw these in a Ziploc or something as a snack. So that's like, I mean, we're planning on eating there, but this is just kind of like our travel or in-room type of thing, so that like I don't have an empty room and she's like, I want a snack, and then I have to get an Uber somewhere.
Well, hopefully this will be enough for the flight there and back. And we'll need a little something on the way back, but if we have to, we can grab something.
I also am bringing her lunchbox because I might put some of this stuff in here for the park days, because kids are weird. Like, they could have just had breakfast and then they're like, I'm hungry, and if I see a quick serve that's like 10 people long, like I'm not waiting there because you want 2 bites of something to eat. So I'll probably put a couple little snacks in here. It's also good, like if you do get something she doesn't finish and we have to put it in a Ziploc, to have all her stuff in one place.
Yeah.
I am also bringing Uncrustables. I'm bringing one for each day. We have gotten them for her in the parks before, but I'm just bringing them like that morning. I'm gonna leave one out, and then the other ones are just gonna go in here to kind of keep them cold. We're gonna keep them in the fridge in the room. I'm planning on bringing one with me a day, just in case she is like starving and I don't feel like waiting, and also for the flight. And
right.
You know, we're planning on eating before we board the plane and stuff, but if she's like super hungry, it's a long time, and she doesn't really want snacks, at least an Uncrustable will fill her belly more. But like I said, he brings a book bag, and I think it will just be easier to have like anything for her that is snacks in one thing, so I know if she says she's hungry or she needs something, I can pull this out and I have one place that I can put food for her, even if it's like leftover.
Yeah.
These were her birthday ears last year, so I'm gonna bring these again. I get her ears every time we go, but like the other ears she has like the big hat one, like the big like dome one with her name embroidered. I'm not gonna bring that because I don't want her to lose it. It's really sentimental. And then her other ears are Halloween ears from when she went at Halloween. So I'm just gonna bring the birthday ones, and then she'll get a new pair this year. And
have all this
so this is kind of random, but I wanted to show you these because we got her like the Halls lollipops that are like vitamin C, just because of traveling and being around so many people and stuff. I just figured
she's too young to have airborne.
Yeah,
but they do have airborne for kids, which is kind of expensive. Yeah. But these are vitamin C lollipops.
Yeah, so I have one for each day that we're there, and I will also be giving her one, because they only need one a day. This is like their serving of vitamin C. So like in the car before we leave to go to the airport, she'll be getting one, and then I'll be giving her one every day. It just can't hurt to like boost the immunity up a little bit when you're around the public. And then I always bring her forehead thermometer, and that goes with saying to like, what do your kids need? Any medications, obviously that's personal. We always bring for her Motrin and allergy pills. We didn't think to bring allergy pills.
Almost forgot my allergy pill.
That's what she said. We did not bring allergy pills 2 years ago. And we went to Epcot Flower and Garden Festival, and Steve and Lou were a hot mess.
For the rest of the trip.
Yes. And it just made me realize, like, we generally don't have allergies, but it doesn't hurt to bring something extra, even though you don't know if you'll need it or not. And I just learned my lesson that way.
You're in a different environment, around things that
you
you're
never
not
know.
normally around, so it's bound to happen.
Yeah, so any medications your kid needs, but if you don't really need anything, I always suggest a thermometer, Motrin, and allergy pills, because that's at least going to help with something. And then if you have some sort of medical first aid, she has like that little Medivac thing that has Band-Aids and stuff like that in it. I normally bring a huge toiletry bag that hangs on the door that's like this big, because we go away so long, but since we're not, I'm just bringing this. It just has our essentials, like some lotion, her meds. I'm bringing a ton of wet ones, the ones that are like antibacterial, things that like I need, downy, wrinkle release, a lint roller, anything that you know that you are going to need. But this is all I'm bringing this time because I can fit everything.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with my new makeup bag. This is from Target. This design I couldn't find, but I found some that I linked that were like similar bags, just not this design. But the reason I liked it was because it had 3 different compartments. So it has like a thicker one, a medium size, but this area I love because it gives you like a little spot here to put like makeup brushes, and then an extra like zipper here. So this is what I'll put like all my makeup and like
How
little.
much was that?
Well, it was on clearance, so it was only $15.38. I think these regular are $21.99. It says.
That's not bad.
No, I mean a good make, and it's Sonia Kashuk or whatever from Target. She has a lot of like makeup stuff there. But it's a heavy duty one, and like it can scrunch if you need it to. But I'm also now just putting makeup in here. I'll put like my mini hairspray, my mini dry shampoo, like just like my stuff. This is like family stuff. This is me. I don't bring a lot with me because like I'll blow my hair out before I go and that'll be it. Like I'll bring like a curling iron and some dry shampoo and call it a day.
And last but not least, the ever famous.
I can't go without a fanny pack. I got a new one. I'm retiring my lime green one for now. But this was cute. It's Adidas and we got it on Amazon, and I think I just looked it up and it's like maybe like $21 or something. Like so, but I just thought it was like, you know, we're going to the West Coast. My lime green like isn't cool there, you know. It's pretty cool in Disney World in Florida because like people wear whatever, but I had to step up my brand game a little bit and get like a cute blush colored. But this is what I prefer. Like, you know, he brings his book bag, bigger stuff goes in that, and I like to just have everything here. I don't want to have to worry about like holding a bag, putting it somewhere. Like it just sits here all day and my stuff's here and I don't have to carry anything. Like holding a hand of a 4-year-old is going to be enough. So.
Well, I mean, it also gives you the option. You know, some people wear them different. Like it'll be over the shoulder and then hangs over here.
This has like, I mean, decent space. So like you have your little front pouch here. It has like one of these little clips. I don't really know what this is for, but like keys or something maybe.
Yeah.
Which I won't have on me, but you know, if you need something like that, and then it has like your bigger compartment in there. And I always bring like a little, I have like a little hard square thing that like my cards go in.
Silica gel, do not eat.
But it's like kind of padded. It has like a little handle here too for whatever reason. But you know, I just like, I don't pack much. Like I have like my phone on me, my little hard thing with like my cards in it, like maybe some cash, but that's good like if you need chapstick or like we bring the little sunscreen for her that's like a stick. So like I can throw that in there and it's just, everything's right there. I don't have to carry a bag. And I think that's really it. I'm trying to think like what else are we bringing her for entertainment? Her phone. We'll bring like a coloring book. And I was debating bringing like a couple little toys and stuff because she does like to play with like little stuff in the room.
Well, we're giving her 2 little plush toys.
Yes, we're like a surprise. Like plane. As like you have to have ammo. So like if they're getting crazy, you have to have something to pull out. Last year we did a new little toy for every dinner. Restaurant we went to because we went to a lot of sit-down restaurants and she would get kind of bored. So if you are doing a lot of sit-down stuff where they might get bored, like Walmart has like $2-3 little toys.
They're just a couple dollars, and it's something that's new and it's going to entertain them.
And she was great at the restaurants last year. We brought like a big thing of coloring that she didn't really use. So this year I'm just doing one coloring book with like the jumbo crowns. And my mom is actually getting her a Mickey book that comes with these little toys that suction cup into the story. So it has like every Mickey character, including like Pete, Chip and Dale, the Toon Car. And I was gonna buy her little Mickeys, but since she's doing that, I'm gonna bring that as like a book for her to read, and then she'll have these little suction cup toys to play with in the room. Like we learned last year over the summer when we went to Hershey Park, we brought like a little portable dollhouse, and that kid played with that thing in the room. Like she loved hanging out in the room and playing with these toys. So I used to bring books and coloring books, and I realized like sometimes they just want to play, even though they're not home. So we'll bring those little toys, and she'll be getting some stuff there because it's her birthday. So she'll have some more stuff to play with when she's there. And can you think of anything else?
No.
I'm just gonna say, always bring sunscreen. Always bring stuff to layer and delayer. I will always pack an extra outfit or 2 for her and in his book bag, just like a big gallon-sized Ziploc. I would say 2 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks, just in case.
An extra shirt, maybe
extra pants, just in case. You never know. Like she doesn't have accidents, but you never know. They could go on a ride and get soaked and be uncomfortable. It could get chilly and they're a little wet from a ride and be uncomfortable. I am thinking like, I don't usually bring an extra pair of shoes in the bag, but I might just in case, like, because she's gonna be walking a lot. We're trying to not do the stroller. So if her shoes get uncomfortable, it's always gonna have a backup pair. Like on Splash Mountain, you could get soaked.
Yeah.
So like if that's uncomfortable and I have to completely change her, I will do it.
We could bring like little water shoes and put them on her for something like Splash Mountain.
Well, they're slippery though. She doesn't really have any good pairs right now. But, you know.
Just an option.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not planning on bringing like sandals or anything.
No.
Because it's not going to be warm enough. But, yeah. If we pick up any tips after this, once we are actually there, I can always like write it in a description or a blog post because like...
And feel free to comment.
Yes.
If you have your own tips and tricks and things that you bring on your trip that we don't have here, that we haven't mentioned, leave a comment.
I haven't
Let
been
everybody
to
know like what it is.
Disneyland since I was 17. They've never been, so it's new for us, and we're just like doing what we know that we'll probably need, but you know, give us some tips if you have some before we go. Maybe on my Instagram story. They're not going to see this till after, so maybe I'll
There's
ask.
no tips before.
I'll ask for tips on my Instagram.
We've been to
story.
San Francisco at the same time of year in
Yeah.
April, so the weather's kind of
And
the same.
I went-
It's a little bit.
When I went in April to Disneyland, that's the time of year I went.
Yeah.
So, and it was, I remember being chilly. Like, I remember packing like beach clothes, and it was not beach weather. But, yeah, so I think that's it. That's our essentials, and we cannot wait to share like the entire trip with you guys. Look forward to that, and look forward to my Instagram stories coming up because
Well, they're not going to see
I'm gonna
your
be
Instagram
reposting.
stories coming up. Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean I'll be like, I'm not posting every single thing when we're there, so I'll be posting probably Disneyland stuff for a little bit. But thanks for watching. See you later.
Stay tuned.